Welcome to the Tap In podcast, man. We are live inside the Tap In studio. This feels so like home. You know what I mean? Like just sitting down. This don't even feel like an interview. I got one of my boys in the building, man. The one and only Joseph, man. How you feeling, fam?
I'm great, brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Every time I come in here, it's a glow up, man. Every time, it's bro. You level it up every time, bro.
I'm trying to, man. Just trying to switch up. You know, I need different energy to
Yeah.
keep pushing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Man. How you been, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Running around, doing the work, trying to
Yes.
balance the tension.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? Of life. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
Man.
Man, you just dropped a new project. I got so many questions about the project. I've seen different social media posts that you posted. I got questions about that. I want to start with because it's been what? How long since we sat down?
So before we get to the album,
Okay.
we haven't talked since I went viral from clips from our interview. Our very first one.
Yes.
So we
yes,
haven't, that our interview, that very first one was so powerful and it was so much in there that 2 years after we did the interview, clips went viral from it. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to, like, on camera in public just say thank you for one, you know what I'm saying, for just being great at what you do, and then for us to just sit down and have those conversations and asking great questions, because those great questions brought great answers, which were able to open doors for me. You know what I'm saying? And I just wish you would have accepted.
I know.
I wish you would have accepted the collaboration.
To this day, I've been kicking myself like, damn, I could have been on there.
Oh, bro. I mean,
I
you
didn't
had
know. I didn't know.
viral clips, but that one was special because the way I found out, well, that was the first, I was like, hey, bro, I think this one gonna go. You was like, don't worry about it, man. Just tag me and it's all good. I'm like, all right, bro. And it went absolutely crazy. But when I knew it went super viral was when somebody ripped it and put it on TikTok, and my students, at the time I was still teaching, my students told me I was viral.
Really?
Like, what y'all talking about? They was like, Coach, you all over. They call me Coach J. Coach, you all over TikTok, man. Like, talking about relationships. I'm like, what?
Really?
Yeah. Like, I'm like, I tried to flag their content. I'm like, y'all ain't even tagged me. I was pissed. But, I just had to, like, just say thank you for that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, listen, I really feel like I am just a vessel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am really just trying to just highlight your story. You know what I mean? And everybody who come on here, I really feel like I'm just a vessel and just want you guys to be able to tell y'all story. You know what I mean? And at that moment, you was telling your story and being authentic. And like, if the people resonate with that, that's you. That ain't really me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So thank you. I appreciate the compliment, but thank you for being able to come on, be vulnerable, tell your truth. You know what I mean? So.
Sure.
That I love conversation. You know what I mean? That's the one thing that one of the reasons why I even started doing a podcast.
Yeah.
I love good conversation, and when people can tell their story, because it's not just you going through it. You know what I mean? It's people that can relate to it, and your music is fire on top of it. So it's just like a double whammy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so I appreciate you, man.
Sure, it's all love, bro.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, because I remember when around that time, you had no idea who I was. I was just learning about you, and I was just like, man, I just hope he come. I just I just hope he show up, man, because I was just starting. You know what I'm saying? So I am so thankful for you to even just show up and bless us with your time, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's all love, bro. I appreciate it. It's reciprocated, bro.
For sure, man. For sure.
Sir.
So, man, can we get into the album now?
Let's talk about it. My bad. I just had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to give you flowers real quick.
Appreciate that, man, because it's so many questions that I have that's based around the album. Okay, I said I was gonna remember the track list, but the one song that that I wanted to ask you about is Stay Alive, and then Richest Man in Babylon, and the Slow Grind.
Okay.
So let's start here because I want to know Slow Grind, man.
Yes, sir.
You and what's his name? Oso James.
Oso James, yeah. Shout out to bro.
How did that song come about, man?
So, Slow Grind, you know, what's funny about this album is, right? So the album is called Joseph. And I named it that because this is like a culmination of my journey, right? You know, originally it was going to be called 13 Years Later because everything, you know, kind of started happening in year 13. And also it took 13 years biblically for Joseph to go from slavery to his role as a prominent figure in Egypt. So it was just the whole, like, you know, serendipity of that. And but I just realized, like, 13, I don't want to date it by just like 13 years because it's more than that. And that's where I kind of came up with the phrase, the story is the name. For most people who don't know, Joseph, my name, you know, my artist name is an acronym for joy, sacrifice, pain, hustle. So that's where that comes from in the album. And
that's fire, though. Yeah. That's fire. That's fire.
Thank you.
Okay.
As I was going through the process of 2024, you know, I had, you know, some really high highs. And at the same time, I had some really low lows. And so all the while, I'm making this project as I'm going through all of them. And I was like, man, this project feels like joy, sacrifice, pain, and hustle. And one of my close friends, my homie D, King Donte, he actually challenged me to show all sides of me in this project. He was like, don't you comfortable giving us the hustle and the sacrifice part and the pain. Like, show some other sides. Show the joy too. Like give us the full scope of who you are. And so as I was making it, that was what I wanted to do. But I also didn't want to just abandon records that I had put out before that just didn't have a place in a body of work. And I felt like, and Slow Grind was one of those. That was on the Home Team project we put out back in 2022.
Really?
But that one and Feed the Babies.
Feed the Babies is my shit. I love that shit.
Yeah, that's a great one, bro. I love that song too, bro. I love that song, man.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I don't want to just abandon it. I don't believe in that, you know, just abandoning your art. And so I was like, it just fit perfect on the project. But when I wrote the record, it was at a time where it was like right as I got like out of the season where I was only focused on just rebuilding my family. So that's 2021, where I was just like, I'm only rebuilding my family. And this time I ain't focused on the music, I ain't focused on none of that. That's why I said you niggas got comfortable while I was gone. But now I'm back home, back in my spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I noticed a lot of people had started mimicking some of the things I was doing. Some people who are prominent in the city, they just started mimicking things that I was doing, or literally biting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like trying to replicate some of the stuff I had did. And I just noticed that. And so, you know, we just put it in song form. And and then I grabbed Oso and he hopped on it, and he just, you know, brought the energy on his part, on his verse too. So
yeah. How you feel like, do you feel like your career has been a slow grind?
Oh, for sure. 13 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But that's not even that's just a testament to my life. My life has been like that. I've never been, even when I hooped, I wasn't the guy who like was 8 years old who just stood out. That wasn't me. I was the dude who had to go through the fire and earn every single thing. I earned every camp invitation I got. I earned every spot on every team. Like, I earned, you know, going to state for the first time. I earned it the second time. Like, I earned every single thing. In college, the same way. I went JUCO first. And if you know about basketball in JUCO, you know there is no grind like that. Like, if you seen Last Chance U, it's real, guys. It's not scripted. That's what it is like. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to all, you know, my teammates from Jacksonville College, but I had to earn everything, you know, and I watched my parents do that. They had to earn everything. My mom's a hairstylist. You know, that's an independent grind.
Yeah.
My dad, the same thing with, he used to, like, do flooring and stuff. That's a grind. You got to build up rapport with people. That's over time. And my dad always said, if you build it, they will come. And so that's just always been, you know, my approach is like, just stick with it. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna give up? You don't know. The day you give up might be the day it's supposed to happen.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I can't live with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Some people good with that, like, whatever. I can't go to sleep off that.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Yeah.
yeah, man, my life is a slow grind.
Man, and I feel like the slow grind is always more beneficial in the long term. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you have these big wins and then you take off and you like, I don't even know what the steps are or what I need to do in between because you had such a skyrocket, thing happen to you.
Yeah.
I think slow grind is always the best way to go. You know what I
builds
mean?
character.
Yeah.
It builds character. Like, Ho said, I watch him, I watched the, what do you say, the Rovers roll up with ribbons. I seen them resold, repoed, and redriven. Like, because people come and go and they don't know how to handle the ebbs and flow. But I know what it is.
Yeah.
I know what that is because I hooped. And I hooped at a high level.
Yeah.
Some games you have a great game where you might just not miss nothing. And in the next game, you might can't buy a bucket. Like, but what are you going to do? You're not going to quit the season? Nah. You got to learn how to manage it. My coach used to say, rest in peace to Coach Jenkins. He just passed. But he said, never get too high on the highs, never get too low on the lows. Just stay even keel and stay at it. And that's the challenge. It's just to continue to approach the work the same way every day, no matter what's going on.
Yeah.
Feel the emotions. You're going to be hurt. Like this year, bruh, with all the high highs I had and the low lows, like I wanted to like tap out, like for real. Like,
Really?
Yeah, for sure, bruh. I was ready. I was done. I told the bros, I'm like, I don't know if I can handle the emotional toll that this is taking on me anymore. Not at this age, at 33. Like, I got kids, I got a wife, like I got things I want to do in the community. I don't know if I can continue, because to do things like what we doing when you building, there takes a level of selfishness and sacrifice in it. That's when you get a song like Treasures, right? It like, am I chasing the wind or pleasing God with all my efforts? Like, is this for real? Like, is this actually worth all of the stuff that comes with it, the sacrifice, the pain? Is it actually worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, I had I was performing at Maker's Gym, and my son had a baseball game. It's like I'm only there for I only got to see 2 innings, and I had to jet because I made that commitment. And it's like, is it really, really worth it? You know what I'm saying? It's that tension of like, and I question myself if I still wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I still want to do that? But, when you get guys like you calling and saying how much they resonate with the album, then you reminded like, oh yeah, this is why you make it. Like, you make art. Like, this is why you do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because I called you when I listened to it the first time, I was like, I feel like I could see your soul on this album. You know what I mean? And I feel like you allow me in to see who Joseph really is. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, like this album is so deep. And on the album, on the record, Stay Alive, you talked about seeing one of your buddies get shot. Was that real?
Yeah, so it was my teammate, Sheldon, and I didn't see him die.
Okay.
I didn't see him get shot. So, and then I'm about to give you a big reveal on that song. So the first verse is from my perspective. The second verse, I'm rapping from the shooter's perspective. The third verse, I'm rapping from the park's perspective that he got killed at, as if the park was a person. So that's why I'm talking like that. August 10th, 2015, sunrise, my daily routine. A broken heart in my circumference is something that was seldom seen. Because when you go to the park, what's usually happening at the park?
People
Smiles, joy,
yeah,
right? And so I'm rapping from the park's perspective, watching everything happen. And the park that he died at was called they called it the 23rd Park. That's why I said he died at 23. Ironic, that's what they named me. Forever immortalized in our heart, Shell D. Because I'm rapping from the park's perspective about what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to pay homage to him, That was something I had carried with me for a long time. Like I said in the verse, like, Shell D got popped in his lung. That was the moment that sparked my depression. That was the first time I really, knew something was wrong, and I was having a real bout with, depression. You know what I'm saying? Basketball had just ended. and then he dies. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I met my wife because of him. You know, like,
Wow.
I took the college visit to Jacksonville College, just tagging along with him to get out of class. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't even supposed to go, but they were kind of recruiting me. But, you know, I was going to commit to SMU. And I just went just to like, shoot, I can get out of class and go hoop and free food. I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know, and I because I stayed in the gym, I was prepared, and bro was like he was really outside, you know? And he was the cool, fly guy, and he wasn't as prepared as me. And so I looked a little better than him that day. And they offered me instead of him. But I end up going there, and that's where I meet my wife. And you see what I'm saying? So when that happened, it was like a certain amount of weight I felt like whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like why him?
Wow.
You know?
Did they ever find out like what happened or why or?
Yeah. It was just some literally like how I rap in the verse. It was some young niggas who just, you know, felt the way. They got kind of pushed off the block because they was doing some stuff that they didn't allow at the park when kids was outside, and they felt the way. Spun around the block and load the chop, and then the spotty got them. Fuck, I gotta lose. Step on shit for some shoes. Let this trauma be my muse. My intuition tainted views. I'm off this perk with purpose. In your soul, I'm deeming worthless. Like, you know, just some young niggas doing dumb shit. Like, because they ain't got, you know, they don't value their life, so why would I value yours?
Right.
You know, I feel played. I feel whatever, so I'm willing to, you know.
God damn.
So, yeah.
Man, the YNs.
Nah, for real, man.
Yeah.
And we talked about it the last time. They just misguided. You know, uninformed. You know,
Yeah.
Nobody loving on them for real. You know what I'm saying? Because we just talk, them young YNs.
Yeah.
You know, we're not showing up like we supposed to. But, yeah, that was man, you know. And I wasn't even like that. Like, I was close, obviously, because that was my teammate. You spend a lot of time. But it was dudes who was like, you know, they was twins, brother. You know what I'm saying? That was my twin, like, who was really, really close with him. Shout out, you know, Pikachu and Trey and all them, you know, who was super close to him. But I just wanted to immortalize him.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that. Like, what made you want to tell that story on this album?
You know, I don't know. When shout out to Megatron, when he sent me the beat, I just started writing the hook. And then when I was writing the verse, it was just what came out. You know, I was telling the homies this year for me is all about release, right? I've been holding on to so many things, so much music. Like, some of those songs on there are from 2019, like Who I Am, and Smile Again are from 2018. Those songs are old.
Really?
Yeah, but they just fit the moment. They fit how I was feeling right now. And so I needed to release a lot of these things to move on with my life. You know what I'm saying? I had never talked about those feelings that I had from that time period on record. I never shared it. And so it was, like I said, it was just an opportunity to pay homage to Sheldon. And I just believe in immortalizing our homies, like people we love. I just believe in doing that.
Hey guys, what's happening? Just wanted to jump in here real quick. If, you know, you've been in a car accident, most of these insurance companies are going to try to lowball you to get you the minimum amount of money to just get you out of the hair. What you need to do is call Attorney Adana, 404-593-2705. She's one of the best personal injury attorneys out there, getting you 3 to 4 times the amount that the insurance company is going to offer you. Make sure you call her. So any kind of accident, if you've been hurt in a car accident, if you've been in a fender bender, if you've been hit by a truck, if you've been hit by a Uber or a Lyft, make sure you call Attorney Adana to get you the help you need, to get you the money that you need to get back on your feet, to get your car fixed. She's giving you 3 to 4 times the amount of money that you can get from the attorney. That is 404-593-2705. Make sure you call her. Don't just take the money that the insurance company is trying to offer you. Make sure you get the right help. Call Attorney Adana now. Now back to the show. Yeah. Okay. And then Richest Man in Babylon. Was that inspired by the book or?
Nah, actually not. So it's like a what do you call it? A juxtaposition or something like that, where it's like a so it came from a conversation, like, as I'm on this, I'm hitting the valley season now after these high highs that I was having. And my wife was noticing, I'm kind of going into this depression. And she was like, hey, like, don't forget what's the most important thing. Like, you got a wife here who loves you and adores you. And then you got kids who love you and adore you. And you got people, friends, and family who love you and adore you. People would trade all types of success to have that. They would trade, she was like, they would trade everything to have peace in their home the way we do. They would trade everything. She was like, we're rich. We are the richest people on earth. And it was like, ding, richest man in Babylon. A play on words, meaning America is like Babylon. Our society, our culture is Babylon, and the things that we value. We value like the shit we see on social media, bruh. Like, and I don't even know if some of these videos be fake, because at this point,
yeah, you don't know.
It's like this can't be real. Like the things that people expect, especially when it comes to relationships, and I'm like, this really like Babylon. When you look at the Bible, you just look at what Babylon represented, or any society that was, corrupt in that pedestal things, and you know what I'm saying? Like, just dumb stuff. That's what we own. You know, who got the car, who got the jewelry, who got the, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, yeah, I ain't trying to get off on it.
No, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we just value dumb shit that don't matter.
Right.
Even when when we talking about relationships, we value stuff that don't matter. Like, bro, it does not matter who is, you know what I'm saying, gonna wash the dishes or not. Are the dishes gonna get done? Who got the capacity tonight to do the dishes?
This is right.
It don't matter. The dishes gotta get done. It's and that just show you how many people never play sports for real.
Yeah.
If it's just because I'm not a big man, I'm just gonna let the ball drop and not get the rebound. That's crazy. You're a loser.
Right.
No, I'm going to do whatever the team needs me to do to win.
Yeah.
And that should be our approach, period. But I just assessed that and just, wrote a record that I wanted people to be able to enjoy together and refocus on, like, what is important. Because when I talk to the homies, they be saying the same thing. We get so caught up with attaining and doing that we don't look at just what we got and be like, whoa, bro, like, I got kids who love me.
You think that's do you think that's like a manly kind of feeling where most men feel like that?
Oh, for sure. I mean, this, just being frank, like, this album is for, and I said it in the post, this album is for us. Like, I said that when I text you, I made this album for us, for dudes who wake up every day, who, whether they single, married, whatever, they kiss their wife or they get up, they got kids, they take their kids to school, they pick their kids up, they helping coach sports, they whatever, they working every day. I made this for them because I felt like society is trying to make it seem like we not worth nothing. The dude who busts his ass every day ain't worth nothing because he don't got no foreign, he ain't got big chains, he ain't throwing money at a strip club. They make us feel like, or they're attempting to make us feel like we not men because you ain't got a lot of women. No, bro, that is not manhood. That's not manhood. And those dudes who do have all that, they never successful for long. The most successful men in the world are married.
Yeah.
Why? Because you become singularly focused. You know what I'm saying? You can hit your target. And there's no disrespect to, you know what I'm saying, dudes who not or whatever. But society is making it seem like men, the average work, or the man who shows up every day and works is worthless. When our ancestors died just to be that man. Just to be the man to show up and go to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what granddaddy had to go through.
That reminds me of something that you once said. Focus your aim.
Oh, come on, bro.
Into your clip. Man.
Yeah.
And I listen, because we all want to achieve things and have things and
Right.
be able to do things, but I do think at some point we have to realize like the small things like our family and have people that really that's in our corner is really what is like the most important. That is, man.
And you know how we learn that?
How?
When we hit our lows and we look around and see who there.
Mm.
That's when we learn that. You know what I'm saying? That's when you learn like who is here. You know what I'm saying? Like who's really here? Oh, my girl, my wife is here. My kids are here. They still love me. They don't look at me no different. They still here. Who not here? The internet. Because they don't care. They move on to the next thing. They don't care. It's not real. And my wife always tell, and that's why at the beginning of the album, at the end, you hear her voice. Joseph. Joseph.
Oh, so that's her on the album.
Yeah, that's her. Because that's that grounding. Joseph, God will increase. That which is what Joseph, the biblical meaning of the name. Joseph, hey, pay attention. Like, get back focused. Stay grounded. Don't lose sight of all the, that's why you hear the noise. Like at the beginning, hey, don't let the noise distract you. Like, hey, focus on the real things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everything else is not real. And nobody cares for real. Like, nobody cares for real.
Nobody does.
You know? But the people right there, the people who love you.
I admire that about you, man. Like since I met you, you've been always like family focused. You know what I mean? From the time that first interview, we were talking about going viral, you always been like family focused first. You know what I mean? And then everything else would line up for you. You know what I mean? And I admire that about you, like straight up, because my relationship is, boy, I listen.
I understand, bro.
Man,
You know-
but and that is one thing I do admire about you, man. Like you are making sure that you have your family first, and then like everything else is always second for you.
But that comes from failure, though, right?
What you mean?
That comes from failure, right? The clip that went viral was my biggest failure in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really struggled with like, whoa, the world is reacting to the biggest failure of my life. And it's like, it was a weird thing because it's helping people and people is starting to have real conversations. And it was going viral at the same time. That conversation with Cam Newton and that doctor was going viral. So it was a good, like, you know what I'm saying? It balanced out the conversation that was going there. But it was like, my biggest failure is on like
Display.
millions of views across platforms. You know what I'm saying? But that's where it comes from. It comes from failure. And I still don't get it right every day. But that's the beauty of a new day. It's just that. It's a new opportunity. I do not get it right every day. I'm still like, I gotta check myself. I still gotta, you know what I'm saying, wake up and read my Bible and pray. And because my natural is to be selfish, as all of us. Nobody's natural like is to, hey, I just wanna wake up and love this person I've seen every day for 13, 14, whatever, 10, 7, 3 years. No. That's where it becomes a choice. Right? And it's not easy. It's hard. I don't want to make this choice. You getting on my nerves today. Right now, I cannot stand you. I asked you to take this trash out. I asked you to, you know what I'm saying? Like, babe, you moved my shirt again. Now I can't find my shirt, and I gotta wear this. The real stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it's just we just it just comes from failure, bro. I ain't figured it out, and I haven't figured it out. I'm just trying my best every day. It's just two people trying their best every day.
That's what's up, man. I hit you when I seen this video. I was like, how the fuck did this nigga get with Big Krit? Like, how did he get with? Like, how did Big Krit find him, or did he find Big Krit? Like, tell me what happened, man.
So once again, process, right? Years. It comes from the work. So in 2017, when my first project dropped, Dream Deferred, I don't know how I came across his former manager, Dutch, and I sent it to him. Like I seen he had that many followers. He had like 5,000 at the time. I was like, oh yeah, I could shoot this shot.
Yeah.
I sent it to him and he listened to it and he rocked with it. And me and him started building a relationship. This 2017. And from there, he would just kind of mentor me from a distance, Dutch would. And he would give me critiques on every project I would drop. And, you know, he gave me the critique to change my artist name. My artist name was originally Jonathan Joseph. He was like, man, that's too long, bro. Like, that's too much to say.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to remember. He was like, what about just Joseph? And then you spell it different. So that's where the name came from. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it with a $sign. And then God gave me the acronym, Joy, Sacrifice, Pain, Hustle. But we just, you know, would build over time. And when I partnered with Shamar Atlas, a manager out here, you know, we were doing I did the record with Dave East.
Yeah.
We did the record. And that, so it all happened together, right? Literally, it all happened like in the same week. So Dave East comes into town, A&R named Playmaker was like, yo, let's get Joseph and Dave East together. That'd be hard. So boom, I make BMW, send it to him, and he loves it, right? So Dave East gets to, like, he love it. He gonna be here. We're gonna get in the studio on Friday. All right, bet. But I'm feeling like, I don't know if that song hard enough. So I make Get With Us. And he was like, man, like, Dave loved that record, so we just gonna leave that with him. But man, Shamar was like, we can do something with this Get With Us. Like, who you think could hop on there? I'm like, I don't know. You know, I got the Krit, like maybe we can see if we can get it to Krit. He was like, oh yeah, let's do that. Let's try it. So I hit Dutch and was like, yo, bro, what you think about this record? You think Krit will be down? And first he was like, man, you for real? Like, you gonna be able to, you know? I'm like, yeah, we gonna have the budget, woo, woo, woo. He like, all right, bet. Send it to him, Krit love it. So on Friday comes, while I'm in the studio with Dave East, Krit is in the studio recording his verse to Get With Us. So I'm tripping. I'm like, bro.
So hold on, time out.
Yes,
Time out.
this is all in a 3-day span.
What?
Yes, this is in a 3-day span.
So you got Krit in the studio.
In Atlanta.
Okay, in Atlanta. And then you come to Dallas, and then you got Dave East in the
Dave
studio.
East is here in the studio with me here. In the same week. It was crazy. You know, and then boom, you know, we shoot the video, you know, that Saturday at the Nip mural. It was insane. It was like boom, boom, with two people who were like, you know, these dudes are 10-year plus tenured artists. Like they been here and going to be here. You know what I'm saying? So, and for both of them to spaz on their verses, like Krit showed me more love, like verbally, because he's from the South and we different. We do that.
Okay, yeah.
Dave East is from New York. So just him hopping on it and going as hard as he did was like the
nod too.
this
Yeah.
nigga hard.
Yeah.
He was like, and then in the studio, like him and all his homies, you know, they all from New York. They in there like, yeah, son.
Yeah.
You know, they got their shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm picking it up. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
Okay, we in the league now.
Yeah.
We out of the G League, dog. We done made it to the league.
When you get on records like that with like giants like them, do you want to like kill them on a verse, or what are you trying to kind of just play it back? Like, let me just chill and let them shine.
No, I think for me, it's obviously I want to compete, you know, and I want to compete. When Krit shouted me out, he said that. He was like, make sure y'all, if y'all rapping with him, make sure y'all sword sharp. Like, but I want to compete, but not so much that it ruins the record. Because I think that can hurt the record. Like, I want to create space. Like, when I made the songs, all they had to do was just, the table was set. Just come eat, you know? And it makes for good art, for good records when there's space for that. If I would have tried to do too much, should have just been like, you know, especially on BMW, it was important that I got that story off the way I did. Because once again, I'm paying homage to OG, one of my dad's homeboys who
Black
changed
man
my
working.
life. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
That changed my life.
Yeah.
That changed my outlook on life. Like, oh, so when we get stuff, it can actually have a real meaning. Like, he ain't getting here like, yeah, nigga, I got the, you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm cold. Nah, he was like, man, you know what this represents? This represents black men working. And this was a dude who was in the streets, got out the streets, and got a furniture business, like took over his pop's furniture business and blew it up. Bailey's Furniture is still around. Chew has passed. Rest in peace to Chew Bailey. He's passed, but the business is still going. Black man working. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? And I was just so inspired as a 13-year-old. I'm like, woo, these seats. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm in there tripping. I'm like, what? Like this, he dropped the tape, pushed the button.
Yeah.
I'm in there tripping, and I just always carried that with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always carried it with me. So on that, it was just important to pay homage to him the right way, but also compete too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Man, if y'all haven't heard BMW, go stream that right now. That song is fire too, featuring Joseph and Dave East, man.
Yeah.
Shit is fire. That shit is fire. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, God dang.
It's been a lot that's happened since the last time we chopped it up, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. It's good.
It's been so much, man. I want to ask you this. I seen a video with will.i.am. will.i.am said that he does, like, music doesn't sell music. He doesn't make music to sell music. He makes music to sell other products. And I want, first of all, before I go into my other question, I want to ask you, what is your thoughts on that? To not sell music, to make music, not to sell music, but to make other products.
Yeah, I think that's the move now, right? That's been the move for a long time, since probably 98, Master P. I think Master P really like ushered that in. Master P, Dame Dash, all of them dudes ushered that thought process in of like, oh, we can flip our influence to sell products. Like they took it, you know, Rockaware, Sean John, like all the stuff, you know. So I think he's right. Like that's and especially now because music don't sell. We ain't making nothing. A penny, half a penny, less than half a penny a stream.
Yes.
We ain't making no money.
Yeah.
Not from the music, like not compared to what these companies is making off of us. Like, so that is the move, to leverage your influence.
Is there a product that you would put to your music? Is there a product that you would like, oh yeah, that'll be good to put with this product to sell the product?
Yeah, I think one of the things that I'm focused on is the merch, right? Because the clothes help tell the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, this jacket I got on, this is a Dream City jacket. We've been wearing these for like a year now. The album will finally come in June. But like, it's promotion. And that's what, this look is an athlete's look, and that's a part of my story. So it's helping tell my story of how much it meant to me to earn a Letterman as a freshman. That was a real goal I had in my life. And so that confidence or that feeling you get when you earn your Letterman jacket in high school is nothing like it. And my athletes, they know what that is. It's like when you earn yourself a Letterman. So that's why I did these. I made these. And so for me, one of it is, is merch because it helps tell the story. But I think for me, it also would be like film. If you can count that as product, I guess you can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can.
But those would kind of be my two.
Okay. But nothing like a Budweiser or like a Red Bull or.
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, Topo Chico.
Yeah.
Let me get some sparkling. I came in here with the sparkling water.
Yeah, like a little Chico, what I mean?
And some hair products.
Yeah.
I was trying to get a Shea Moisture situation for a minute.
You should.
Me and my whole family, all the curls we had back then. I was trying to.
A little head and shoulders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I could have been Troy Polamalu, dog. Yeah, Mael, Shea Moisture.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Look, the beard, you feel me. Come holler. It's full. No patches. It's healthy, dog. I need the Maels.
Yeah. If a company come to you and be like, hey, we want you to make a song based on our product.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it. Yeah. I did an ad for Blue microphones back before they got bought out by Logitech. It's on YouTube somewhere.
Okay.
So I've done that before. One of my first viral video I was a part of was a joke that me and a comedian friend, his name is Jeremiah. You gotta have him on the show when he comes in town.
Okay.
But he created the Chick-fil-A song. He was a white boy. Fat White Boy. You probably seen it, like, but we did this Chick-fil-A song. I wrote it and produced it, and it went viral. It was a white boy rapping with the Migos flow about Chick-fil-A, like working at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
So I've done those things before, as far as like writing and thinking about products and stuff like that. You know, it's nothing to do that. It's just making sure it's the right situation, right?
Yeah.
Deep Ellum Brew Co. We did something together when I did the Deep Ellum Arts Fest. We did a little ad for them. Like,
I think more artists, especially of your caliber, should start going that route.
I agree.
And the reason why I say that is because, one, these products or these companies, they have marketing dollars for shit like this. You know what I'm saying? And if they have music that resonate with people to put their product with it, you can easily get a bag. Now, I ain't gonna say easily, but it will be more easier to get a bag from a product company than trying to go to a label.
No, you're right.
To get a deal. You know what I mean?
You know who did that and leveraged it great is Blast.
Really?
He not signed to a label. He got a partnership with Red Bull.
Really?
Yeah. Since the first record started popping off a couple years ago. Like, he did that with Red Bull, and that was a genius play. You know what I'm saying? Like, because now they getting product placement.
Yes.
Like you said, funding. So yeah, no, it's genius. It's just, you know, finding the right look or the right company to want to pull the trigger on something like that.
Hey guys, what's happening? We just wanted to jump in here real quick, take a break from the show. I'm all about my fitness in 2025. I'm trying to get my body right, trying to make healthier decisions. And instead of going to a fast food place or grabbing an unhealthy snack, my number one go-to is Southern Girl Granola. It's one of the best on the market, and it's healthy for you. And it's not that stale granola that you normally get in the grocery stores. This is so good. They have 4 different flavors. They have sweet potato, cranberry, original, and dark chocolate chip. If you need a healthy snack throughout the day, instead of snacking on unhealthy things, make sure you reach out to Southern Girl Granola. And to reach them, order yours today at southerngirlgranola.com. Make sure you and they also have big bags too. They also have the big bag, so you can actually get a big bag of the granola as well. Make sure you go and order yours today at southerngirlgranola.com. I'm telling you, it's one of the best granolas on the market, and it's a healthy snack that you can reach out and eat throughout the day without feeling stuffed full, and it's taking care of your body. We want you here for a long time. Make sure y'all go grab yours today, southerngirlgranola.com. Now back to the show. Because I think once you start focusing on a product, you playing a different game in the music business, right? You know what I mean? Because every time I see a product on TV, they playing music behind it.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
And if you could just say, hey, I already got the music, y'all can have the music, pay me the marketing dollars, I still own it.
Yeah.
But y'all can still license it because y'all not in the music business. Y'all don't care about the music.
You're right.
You know what I mean? I just think that is genius. And it's will.i.am. It's will.i.am's. And will.i.am, I seen a video on Instagram where he said he got a whole album that Coors paid for, but he still owns the masters.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, what are they going to do with it?
Exactly.
They're a beer company. What are they going to do with masters?
Exactly.
I don't,
yes.
You know how many beers I sell, bro?
Yes.
I don't need your little masters.
And they paid him to make an album.
That's genius, man.
Based around, songs that has Coors or with that feeling of you drinking with your buddies. You know what I'm saying?
Genius. That's genius.
I was like,
I need to make me a Topo Chico song. Make me a Shea Moisture's jam.
What?
Shea Moisture bop.
Put a little visual behind it too.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Mario took it. Was come on embrace. That should have been the Miles commercial.
Man.
That song with the Miles. Y'all need to holler at me for marketing. Y'all ain't doing this. Shea Moisture. I know y'all got bought out by white people, but holler at me. There's some songs out there.
Yes. Holla at my boy Joseph, man.
Come on, man.
God dang, man.
No, you're right though. I mean, you looking at Nip, like he was a epitome of like turning his his leverage and his influence into product. Larry June does a great job of it. So you're right, and that's something that we taking serious, the team and I, this year, especially with the amount of music we have coming out and, the story that we're telling with Dream City. Like, we're really like, positioning ourselves to do that. So
is the home team, are you guys all still together?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It just looked different. It just looks different. But when we are like mobbing, moving together, it's always powerful. Because people don't do that no more. That's why I make an effort. Like, you see it, like when we do pop out or somewhere, you're gonna see us all in. Like for this season, we all in the Dream City jackets.
Yeah.
It's a statement. Like when we went to South by and we all popped out with everybody's like, from the moment we hop out the Escalade and they're like, a white lady like, who are y'all?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Like, it's just a statement because people don't do that no more because people don't value team. It's a self-centered culture we're in. It's all about me, 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 me. Nobody wants to be a part of a team and look like that was I just remember being in high school when everybody got their Lettermans on and you pull up to the function, it's cold.
Yeah.
It's cold. You
Yes.
like, damn, they all pop out with that's cold. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't know, man. I'm just, as an artist, I'm always trying to bring back that energy I felt when I was a kid in certain aspects. So yeah, this year we rolling out a lot of merch and stuff like that. So
Yeah, man. I want to hear what a record with you and Hasi send you, man.
what a great interview by you too.
Thank you.
With him and Southside Vic, man. 2 phenomenal interviews. And I like him a lot, bruh. Like, how you say his name? I don't want to butcher.
Hasi Senju.
Yeah. The Barbarian Barry.
Yeah.
He cold, man. I would love to do a record with him. Like, I see myself in his versatility. Like, he from Louisiana.
He's from Dallas.
He's from...
Well, he's from Louisiana, but he moved here, I think, when he was like 17, something like that.
Yeah. And I love what he doing, man. I seen he just did something with Doc. That's OG.
Yeah.
I love how he just respect the craft and he for real. He a real MC. Like he really can go. I would love to do something
I want to
different,
just hear
like,
what that record would sound like.
I think we can make something special.
Because the way I'm thinking about it, he's so animated and you were so like just in the pocket calm. Like I want to hear what that would sound like.
Yeah, I think we could do something crazy. I honestly do. I feel like we would do something. I feel like we would do something that would challenge artistry here in a new way.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm all about. I'm all about challenging artistry. So I think we could do something dope. He's fire. Y'all know you got to make that connection.
I can make it.
Happen.
I can make it,
He
man.
hard, man.
I can make it.
He's super dope. I love that I Done Swung record, seeing him and Dero together.
Yeah.
Everything he doing, man, is fire. He's dope.
Listen, man, you were the first person to actually put me on to like, yo, this Dallas music scene is making a turn. And shit is about to be, and I was like, nah. But then I start seeing it. I'm like, oh, this nigga Joseph knows something.
You know why?
Why?
Because I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater, bro. I'm not a hater. It's too many haters. Yeah. That's the problem. I'm not a hater, bruh. It's that simple. If something is good, something is great, something is pushing us forward, what's a share? What's a retweet? What's a like? What's a comment? It's nothing. It's nothing. But everybody, bro, we still in slavery mode in our minds, but it's not enough. It is enough. It is enough.
Yeah.
Just do what you do, because can't nobody be you. I write the things only I can say. Can't nobody tell a story about my life better than me. It's when we get lying about shit.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Everybody is the biggest drug dealer? Everybody is a shooter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. And that's why I got Hashi is cutting through, because he's himself. He's himself, bro. And that's
100%.
always gonna win.
Yeah.
From him to Zillionaire Doe. I love Doe, bro. He's so hard. He remind me of, like, when I hear him, it bring me back to the first time I got a Big Tuck promo CD for his album Purple Hope in 2002. I remember that moment, getting that promotional CD that had it's the Big T, UCK on it, and then it had the instrumental version on there. I remember that, and that's what listening to Zinger Doe reminds me of. But a hater would never say that. I'm not a hater, bro.
Yeah.
It's enough. He ain't speaking to the people I'm talking to, and I ain't talking to the people he's speaking to.
Right.
So why would I hate on that?
Right.
Come on, bro. Like, y'all should have played sports, man.
Yeah.
God dang, dog.
Yeah.
It showed that y'all ain't played sports.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, before I get you out here, I want to ask you about this. I seen when you sat down with one of your high school homeboys or childhood homeboys that he did some time.
Oh, yeah. King Donnie.
What can you speak about, like, what happened? How did he end up in jail? And then what was y'all connection?
Yeah, so we go back. We met through basketball. When I was 13, I was playing up like in some varsity tournament in Houston. For those who know about the Kingswood Classic, if you know, you know. And we played his team, and we beat them. And his mom came over and talked to my dad and was like, "We want our son to play for y'all." They showed up at practice, and literally from day one, it was like my brother. Like, it was like the big brother I never had, right? And I was at a weird time in my life where me and my dad's relationship was really, really strained, right? He was my coach, but he was more of my coach than he was my dad at the time. And I resented him for a long time for that until I became a grown man with kids, and I understood, like, oh, nah, he wasn't trying to be hard or live out his dream through me. Nah, he was giving me the best thing that he felt he could give me. Even though it wasn't, like, he was giving me something that he knew was good to him. This game was good to him. I want to give that to my son, and I want him to go higher and further than I did, right? And so, because he was so hard on me, I didn't have a lot of confidence as a youngin'. I had polyps on my vocal cords, so my voice, I talked real raspy. Like, they used to call me Smokey when I was a kid because I had polyps on my vocal cords. And D was somebody who came along and just kind of like would be like, "Hey, bro, why you tripping? Like, you only 13, you out here, we all 15 and 16, like, bro, like, you good, you nice." He just would instill like this confidence in me, hanging out with him. He was a real street dude from when he was a teenager. And I would just be around, like, you heard the song Little Nigga, that was about him. Yeah.
Okay.
That's about me being with him. And
Wow.
Yeah. It's all connected, bro.
Yeah.
And I just looked up to him, and so when he graduated, he went off to school, but he was still, like he talked about in the pod, he was, back and forth hooping in the streets, and you can't do nothing in the streets together. It just don't go. You know what I'm saying? It never has and never will. Young niggas, you are not the first street dudes. It's two places you end up. Point blank period. Dead or in jail.
Yeah.
And eventually he went, but I had no clue that he had took it that far. At first it was just, the little gang stuff we would do here in the city. Maybe you might hit a lick on somebody out for something you want. Like, it was never like no major stuff, but from my understanding is they got into some major stuff, and when it all came out to the light, I had no, like, it was like a shock to me because I didn't know, because he kept that side of him from me, and he wanted me to just stay tunnel vision. He was a real big homie, real big bro. Hey, you hoop, like, you stay focused on that. And so I had no clue, and when he went away, that was one of the hardest things to, like, deal with, because it was like I just lost my big brother. My mom was sick at the time, so she was like on her deathbed. Me and my dad not cool, and I'm going off to college. And another one of the homies had just died too. This is all happening in the same summer as I'm about to go off to college to go hoop. And it was so hard on me, bro. It was so hard on me. And we didn't talk for the first 4 years.
Why is that? Because it was just so far, or you were just disappointed, or why?
He was disappointed in himself. I would have talked to him. I didn't hold no grudge against him, right? but and I still have the letter to this day. I kept every letter that a homie has sent me from behind the wall. I keep them all. Like, from my sister to my other homie Freedom, like I keep all the letters. And he wrote in there and was like, "Man, bro, I ain't never talked about this." And he wrote in there and was like, "I'm sorry, but I had to find the strength to be able to apologize to you for not being there. And, I felt like I abandoned you." And I was like, dang, that's what it was? Like, because you can't see from nobody else's perspective sometimes, and especially that young. I'm 18. And when I got that first letter, I'm 22. When he first went away, and I'm 22 now when I get that first letter. And it was just like, dog, I can never hold a grudge against you for, like, and I always knew I was going to walk the bid down. That's my friend. I don't know how to be a sometimey friend. That's just not who I am. I don't know how to do that. I just know how to love people authentically and show up for them when they need you. You know what I'm saying? I know that's like a foreign concept now because everything is so transactional.
Yeah.
But to me, it was like, nah, I'm going to show up for my bro. Like, we split burgers. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I not write bro letters? Why would I act like he don't exist no more? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's crazy. He might need this letter. He might need this picture. He might, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I'm going to keep his name ringing in the music too. Because that's what a friend should do. You should hold your friends down. Not meaning like I got to do for them or they need me to do for them, but I'm going to just be here. I'm going to just show up for you. And so I felt like that was my duty. And so while he was gone from album 1 to now, you hear his story, you hear his name, you hear his story, like on Slow Grind, what I say, now we on JSPH sharing stories. He tell me keep doing it big. Like that's about bro. Like, and so all of these things, I felt was my duty to just be a good friend to somebody who can't have you can't have no friends in there. Like, you can't have no friends in there. So this letter means something. This visit means something. This phone call means something. Cause he can't do that around, bro. You constantly in war mode.
Right.
You don't know who you can trust. You don't know who trying to kill, like, you know what I'm saying? Kill you. And so it's just like, I always knew I was just gonna walk that down with bro. That's just
How long did he end up doing?
14.
God,
14 on the
man.
20. Yep. Went in when he was 18, 19.
Jeez.
19. Yeah, came home 30, 34. Yep.
Dang. How has y'all relationship like evolved?
It was
now
hard.
Yeah.
It was hard, bro. And this is why art is powerful, right? So the time he came home, Creed 3 had just came out.
Okay.
And in Creed 3, it deals with his friend, Jonathan Major's character, coming home after being gone for a long time. And the dynamic of that friendship changed now because I'm no longer little bro.
Right.
Now we're eye to eye. We're bros.
Yeah.
It's just bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's little bro, but it's like we men now.
Right.
And it's different. It's a different dynamic. And at first, it was good. We had a hiccup. Like like he was at a video shoot, and he was kind of like, the way he was talking and treating me was like when we was kids, and he thought I still needed him in that way, like to boost me and challenge me, like with my confidence and stuff like that, like when we was kids. And I didn't say nothing. I'm a professional, so I kept doing what I was doing. Everybody was like, I don't know how you worked in that environment just then, but I know, bro, and I know his intentions was pure.
Yeah.
It's just we had to figure out, how do we do this friendship now that we both grown men? Because when I left, we was kids. Now we both grown men. So how do we do this? And we had to have a hard conversation. Hey, bro, I don't need you in that way no more. Like, I don't need you, And he's like, dang, I didn't realize it. I just wanted to come and be support. And I'm like, I know that. That's why I'm not mad at you. Was I hurt? For sure. But I'm not mad at you because I understand we got to work through this dynamic. You know what I'm saying? We got to figure it out. It's been 14 years. We were kids when you left.
Right.
We grown now. And it was just being patient. And bro was patient with me and how I process things now. And I was patient with him with his understanding and how he processed things and it was just an adjustment. But that's my friend. I'm not willing to and my wife tell me, she like, you get so excited when D call. I'm like, yeah, because we couldn't talk on the phone like this freely. We couldn't do this for 14 years.
Yeah.
Like, and I realize how blessed I am. And it's not even just with D. I have friends like that in my life, but because I choose to be a friend like that to people. So like the friends that are close to me, they show up for me in that way. Whether it's you met RJ helped me coach my son's baseball team. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't got no kids.
Yeah.
But he was giving his time to coach 12, 13, and 14-year-olds in baseball. Like, that's a real friend. But it's because I show up for him. Like, when he have his fashion show, I'll be behind the camera. I don't got to perform. Like, I'm following him around doing BTS.
Yeah.
It's real friends. That's what real friendship is. And that's something, we've lost sight of a lot of things.
Where do you get that from though, Joseph?
What?
Like, where does that come from where you just value friendship like that?
My mom was like that. She's still like that to this day. My mom would take people into our home who was having a tough time and they would come live with us. She would love on people. We ain't got nothing. We ain't got no extra.
Yeah.
But she would love on them and she would treat people right. And the way she just always loved on people and she was a good friend to people always, whether she had a lot or she had a little. And I just carried that with me, like just intuitively. You know what I'm saying? Just watching her do it. But she's just always been a phenomenal friend. She got clients and friends that she's been doing to her for as long as I've been alive. You know what I'm saying? They like, I held you when you were a newborn. And like,
yeah.
It's still to this day getting their hair done by my mom. Like, but she's that type of friend. She shows up for her friends. She do whatever for her friends. And her friends show up for her. Like when she had her bout with cancer, they showed up for her. When I couldn't take her to treatments, they showed up and took her to treatments. You know what I'm saying? Like, because she was that type of friend to people. And so people showed up for her like that. So yeah, I get it from my mama.
Yeah, man. Okay. So what's the before we get you out of here, man? What's the plan with the album? Are you gonna release like go hard on a single, or what's the full layout for the album, or do you have a record that you want to just really push?
So I wanted to do this one different, right? Even the way I released it, I was fasting from social media when I released the album, but I wanted to stick to the plan that we had. And so we released it, and I kept it personal because the album's personal. So I wanted people to experience it in person. I was sending text messages out, hey, tap in with it, like I sent you, bro.
Yeah.
And I let people have chosen what songs are their favorites, which has shocked me. Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, it's going to be The Richest Man in Babylon, maybe Feed the Baby, Stay Alive, The More. Wrong. Smile Again is blowing all of them out the water.
Really?
Yeah, it's mind-blowing because that's the song, like, that's my favorite. One of my, Smile Again and Treasures are my two favorites, but they're the two most listened to from the project. So that shows me two things. Like, people are going through it, but also people need stuff like this too. Like, we don't just have to make a single. Like, people not coming to me for their club record. That's just not what they listen to Joseph for. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to make one of them. Yeah. I don't know if I'm the guy you want to listen to because I'm going to be in there assessing, like, why is she doing, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? But people have resonated with those songs, so I let them choose, and then, from there we're going to, push from that. But the culmination will be here in a couple months or a month or so with the live show that we're going to do, where we really tell the story visually in front of people. I had like a little private, listening where I sat kind of like this and we played the album and just talked with some people. But as far as like a live event where we're going to open it up, yeah, we pulling that off in a month or so. So
okay.
Yeah.
And the culmination is the full home team, or what's that?
What you mean by that? Like,
when you said you got the culmination coming in the month, is that the live event you talking about?
The live event.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
bad.
So it's gonna be the live event, the live performance, But then from there, like I said, it's a year release, so I got 2 more projects coming, albums, and they're all vastly different.
Okay.
Like I said, Dream City is on the way, and that's gonna be. You've heard it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one is nothing like
I
Joseph.
forget the record, but I remember coming to the studio, listening to it. I was like, yo, let me get that. You was like, no, let me slow up, man, slow up.
I've been, and I told the homies, I was like, y'all, this year I'm not tinkering. Because I'm a perfectionist, so I work on something, work. Even if you listen to the album, Joseph, there's so many imperfections in it, from the mix to that y'all wouldn't hear. But to me, it irks me listening to it.
I can't.
It irks me. But that was like something I told God, I said, God, I'm going to work on this perfection thing, because what is this music doing sitting on my hard drive? It ain't helping nobody. So I'm like, I decided, like, I'm gonna release this year. I'm going to just put it out. This is a year of release. So Dream City is on the way. The city has not had an album like this to come out. Like, I can firmly stand on that. This is if we do everything like we supposed to, it's a live forever.
Man, Joseph, I wish you nothing but success, man.
I got likewise.
I wish you nothing but success. Like, straight up. Like, I know it's coming. So I ain't gonna wish you that much success, because I know it's coming. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know you got like a big career ahead of you. So I'm just happy to be a part of it, to be, you know what I mean? To be a part of that, I don't know, a page in that book, you know what I mean?
Man,
but
you kicked it off. You kicked off the masses paying attention. Like, that was such a...
Listen, but it's only because you've put it in the work, man. For me to even find it, for me to even enjoy it, for me to be like, oh yeah, this shit is tight. You know what I mean? So it's a testament to you.
I appreciate it.
You know what I mean?
Man.
So
I do, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate
man.
it so much, man. And
for sure.
I appreciate you giving us a platform, giving me a platform to, and I just appreciate that you listen to the music.
Yeah.
You go on some platforms and they ain't heard a song.
Man.
So what inspires you?
I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm
love.
a true fan.
So I got a question for you, though.
Yeah.
So when is the sports show coming? Like, when you gonna add that next? Because I know you heavy in sports.
I am.
Like, when is the Donte, when is the comedy show coming? Like, when is that, like, you putting comedians on stage show? When I see you and the comedian sitting down, I always love it. I'm just like, why you ain't throwing those? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't even know. I love comedy. Like, that's like number one for me. You know what I mean? Because I love the whole process of telling the jokes and having real good jokes. But getting on stage again, I don't know. I don't know.
But even if you put the comedians on stage and hosted it, that'd be fire.
Yeah.
Listen, I love comedy, and I think it's the hardest art form. There is no art form more difficult than trying to make people laugh for X amount of minutes.
Yes.
Like, there's no music. That's impossible. You know what I'm saying? I've been working on a set, like a 5-minute set.
Really?
Yeah, for like 10 years.
Okay.
I'm probably at like 2:30 right now. So it's taking me a minute. Nah, I love comedy, man. So that's why I just said that. Like, I think that'd be dope to do.
Man, you putting it out in the atmosphere, you may just spark something.
There we
you know
go.
what I'm saying? You may have just sparked something.
Let's
man.
go.
Joseph, man, thank you for tapping in with us, man.
Always.
Thank you so much, man.
Yes, sir. It's my pleasure, man.
Yo, man, thank y'all for tapping in. This has been the Tap In Podcast. Holla at y'all next time. Holla.